I don't know if I've given myself enough time for this video. Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take a little twist on the 24-hour readathon challenge. So I thought instead, in today's video, we will do 24 hours worth of reading that's not necessarily in 24 hours. Let me explain. I'm sure you've seen this all over BookTube before. I have a timer on my phone. When I start this challenge, I will start the timer, but I will pause it if I take breaks. For example, it's Friday afternoon today, so I'm going to go to sleep tonight. I will pause it when I sleep. I will pause it if I go and eat something or shower or do other things that aren't reading. So I will be doing 24 hours worth of pure reading, and we're going to see how much I can read in that time. I have a TBR for today's video. Whether or not I'm going to go through with it or not, we shall see. But I'll show you the books I want to read. There are 5 so far. But I am very much a mood reader, so I could change my mind at any point in this video and pick up any books on my shelf, really. Or I might even go to my Kindle. Here's the stack of 5 books that I want to try and read in today's video. They are all somewhat BookTok books and BookTube books, so you've probably heard of them all before, but I want to know what I think of them. First of all, of course, we have It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I reread It Ends With Us, and I didn't like it as much as I did when I first read it. But I reread it purely so I could have all the information I needed to go straight into this book and see if I'm on the side of loving or hating it, because it's pretty divided on Bookstagram, BookTube, BookTok. Everywhere was talking about this book a couple months ago. I want to know what I think. We have The Evolution of Mara Dyer. This is the second book in the Mara Dyer trilogy. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer is the first book, which is very popular on BookTok. And it ended on such a weird cliffhanger. It creeped me out and I have to know what happens. This book is over 500 pages long, and I read the first book in one sitting, so maybe I'll be able to read this today. Who knows? Next up, we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I loved the fine print, and I tell myself I wasn't going to buy a physical copy of book 3 because the covers don't match, and yeah, I went and bought it today. It's up there if you can see. So I really want to read this. I've seen such good things about this past year. Ever since it came out, I've been dying to read it, and there's no more putting it off. We are doing it in this video. Hopefully, we'll see. We have By a Thread by Lucy Score. My boyfriend has finally found my wish list. I refused to show him where the link was, and he's finally figured it out because it's in my YouTube description. And he sent me By a Thread by Lucy Score, so I'm going to read it, of course. Last but not least, we have another very popular BookTok book, which is Binding 13. This is by Chloe Walsh, and it's about 600 pages, but the font is so small. The Kindle edition is 800 pages. So I think I'm going to try and read this all tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and read all day Friday and try and get this done then. And that is my plan. We'll see if we stick to it. So it's about 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. I'm going to read all afternoon today, and I'll read all day Friday, go to sleep, and read all day Saturday. And hopefully that'll be the 24 hours. Because Sunday is Mother's Day, so I'm not going to have any time then, and I'm hoping this video goes up on Monday. It is almost 5 o'clock. I'm going to start this timer when it's 5 o'clock. I'll be back to you then. So I've got the next 5 minutes to try and figure out where I want to start with this video. Let me have a think. Okay, I've decided I'm going to start with The Evolution of Mara Dyer. It's exactly 5 PM. I'm going to get changed into pyjamas because 5 PM is an acceptable time to wear pyjamas. I'm going to anyway. I'm going to start the timer and I'm going to get in some reading. I'm probably going to update you at the hour mark. Okay, let's talk. So, I have read for about an hour, but it's been a lot more than just 1 hour since I last spoke to you. I read for like maybe 40 minutes and I could feel my eyes shutting, so I paused the timer and I fell asleep. But now I'm back. It's now the evening But after an hour's worth of reading, I'm on page 138 and chapter 20 of The Evolution of Mara Dyer. I love this book so much so far. No one is believing her other than one person of the things that she's saying. She doesn't actually want to convince them that what she said was true because she doesn't want to get, you know, sectioned or sent away. She wants to be able to go home and just go to an outpatient centre. I think that's the one where you just go in the daytime. So she's trying to act normal, but things keep throwing her off. And it's really good. A character from book 1 has come back into the book and I love it so much. I won't say any more because this is the second book in a series, so if I said any more it would kind of spoil the first one. But for now, what am I going to do with the rest of my evening? So I want the big light off and I have to have the big light on to read a physical book. So I'm putting Mara Dyer down till tomorrow morning, and for the rest of the evening I'm going to read It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover because my audiobook reservation has come through. So I can turn my LED lights on and just sit and listen to this book for a little while. Who knows how far I will get through it, but I am probably going to do that and go to sleep early tonight because I need to sleep. And then I will update you in the morning and let you know how far I get into this one, and then we will pick back up with The Evolution of Mara Dyer tomorrow and see how many hours we can get read. I did not plan on updating you again tonight because I didn't think I'd be reading as much as I have. We've now been reading for 3 hours and I have, honestly, I've nearly finished it. I was about to say It Ends With Us. This is It Starts With Us. I'm on page 243. Honestly, I am really liking it. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars, but who knows what will happen in the last 100 or so pages. Still hate Ryle. I didn't like Atlas in the other book as much as everyone else did, but I'm liking him in this one, and I really like the kids in the book. There's 2 boys, and they're really funny, and I'm really enjoying hearing about them. I'm going to finish this tonight, and I will let you know what I think of it either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning, my plans are get up, shower, maybe eat something, and then sit with my dog on my lap and read all day. And I want to get this finished so that I can read The Evolution of Mara Dyer all day tomorrow and finish it because I love this series so much. And I might end up having to read book 3 depending on how book 2 ends. See, we're like 3 hours into this challenge and I've already changed my mind about what I'm doing like 5 times. So I told you that TBR was only hopeful. Okay, I'm going to go finish this. I'll let you know what I think in a bit. I finished it and now I'm going to go to bed. I will tell you my thoughts in the morning. Okay, I broke my ring light, so I am just going to hold the camera for this update. It's Friday morning now, I am showered, I am caffeinated, and I am ready to spend all day reading. Last night we got up to nearly 4 hours on the timer and I finished It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I think I'm going to rate this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I loved the side characters added in. The kids were so funny. There are obviously sensitive topics talked about in this book, and I don't think it's fair for anyone to have an opinion one way or another until you're in that situation. You have no clue what you would do. So I'm not judging Lily for the decisions she made, but I can't give this book 5 stars because Ryle was too annoying for me. I hate him with a passion. This book was not at all redeeming, which was good. I did not want that. I'm comfortable in my hatred towards him. Less than 4 hours in and we already have a book down, which is good. My original plan for this video was a 24-hour readathon over today and tomorrow, so I already have no plans. And I think I have to get to at least 12 hours on the timer today. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're at 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I have just over 8 hours of reading to do today. And it's not even noon yet, so I think that's very doable. Plan is read The Evolution of Mara Dyer, which is the book I got about 150 pages into last night. I've wanted to read it ever since, and now it's daytime. I can actually read it. I'm scared about how creepy it's gonna get, so we want to get that one out the way first. I would also like to at least start By a Thread by Lucy Score. This book is almost 600 pages long, so I doubt I'm gonna be able to finish it. But who knows, if we go over the 12-hour mark, maybe I can finish it today. Okay, we are now 5 hours in and I am on page 300 of the Evolution of Mara Dyer. So good, I'm so hooked. I can't wait to stop filming this update and carry on reading it, honestly. I got book mail, so I thought we could open it on camera together. One is from Atlantic Books and the other one is from my wish list. I'm pretty sure it's from my boyfriend, because I refused to send him my wish list, but now I'm posting on YouTube. He found my YouTube account, found my wish list, so he sent me books. He sent me By a Thread by Lucy Score. I don't know if I said that or not. Yesterday. And he was like, there's something else coming tomorrow. Let's start by opening the one from Atlantic Books together. Make sure I don't show you my address. The book is 10 Steps to Nanette by Hannah Gadsby. It's a memoir. They reached out, they were looking for neurodivergent and members of the LGBTQIA plus community, and I was like, I identify with both, and they said, great, send your address. So this book it traces Gadsby's growth as a queer person from Tasmania, where homosexuality was illegal until 1997, to her ever-evolving relationship with comedy, to her struggle with adult diagnoses of autism and ADHD, and finally to the backbone of Nanette, the renouncement of self-deprecation, the rejection of misogyny, and the moral significance of truth-telling. This sounds so good. I had to get a copy of it. When they offered, I was like, of course, yes please. Thank you to Atlantic Books, of course. Now let's open this one. I have no clue what the book is. I did it in one go, but couldn't show you that because my address is right there. Let's see if I can... That's my dog, if you could hear that in the background. Let's see if there's a note. Okay, there isn't a note. The book is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Tanton. But I've heard such good things about this one. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a Groundhog Day situation. Yes, she's been murdered hundreds of times, and each day Aidan Bishop is too late to save her. The only way to break the cycle is to identify Evelyn's killer. But by the time the day begins again, Aidan wakes in the body of a different guest. Someone is desperate to stop him ever escaping Blackheath. Sounds so good. This is getting bumped straight up on my TBR. I cannot wait to read it. I'm gonna go call my boyfriend and I'll let you know if this was him that sent it to me. I'm pretty sure it was. I was right. It was my boyfriend. What did I just read? What? I am so confused. So I finished The Evolution of Mara Dyer. I did not guess that ending until maybe 30 pages before it happened. I have so many questions about Jamie, about the last 5 pages, about all the other people. This was a 5-star book. Half of me wants to go straight into book 3 and half of me needs a break. So I think what I'm going to do is listen to an audiobook next instead, and then maybe read the ending as book 4 of this challenge. We're going off track from the TBR. So we are just over 9 hours into the challenge and it's nearly 11 o'clock at night, so I'm gonna pause this. I am almost halfway through Crazy Rich Asians and I'm enjoying it so far. It's funny, we're following a few different people. There's a couple different storylines and I don't have a favourite although I'm enjoying them all really. Like I said, it is nearly 11 p.m. and I want to read something on my Kindle, so I have downloaded By a Thread by Lucy Score, which, if you remember, was on my TBR for this video. So I'm not going away from the TBR too much. I don't think I'm going to update you again until the morning, just because I don't want to be talking to a camera at like 2 a.m. But I'm still aiming to get to 12 hours, which means I need to read for nearly 3 more hours, which means I won't be going to bed at a reasonable time at all. The angles of this setup get different every time I film. It is Saturday morning. It's 11:30. I got everything I needed to do today out the way so I can just read. I only got to 10 hours and 18 minutes last night, so there's no way we're going to bed before midnight tonight. But that's fine. I can literally read till like 4 a.m. today if I need to, because I do not have an early start tomorrow. To page 200 of Crazy Rich Asians, 105 of By a Thread by Lucy Score. This book is so good. Already loving it so much. The other book I read was a 5-star read, and this already has potential to be a 5-star read too. Plan for today. Reading all day. I have 14 hours left. I still need to read, and we need to get like 12 of them today. It's not even noon yet, so we have a lot of time today. And I would like to finish Crazy Rich Asians, start the Retribution of Mara Dyer because I need to know how this ends. And then when I want the big light off, I'm going to read By a Thread on my Kindle. And I would like to get to at least page 200. Because this is a book, I downloaded it on my Kindle so I can read it at any point. But these challenges specifically really help me get through my physical TBR. So I'm trying to get through books that I have wanted to read physically for a while, which is why we've already strayed from the path. I doubt I'm gonna get through them quick enough that I'll need to read more. Listen to some of the audiobook of Crazy Rich Asians, because audiobooks get me in the reading mood. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this and probably do something on my computer, because I like doing 2 things at once when it comes to audiobooks. For some reason it helps me concentrate more when I'm doing something else. We reached the halfway mark and I've read almost 3 books, so I'm thinking I can read 5 books in this video. I've got less than 100 pages left of Crazy Rich Asians. I think this is going to be a 3-star read. It's funny at parts, it's entertaining at parts, there are just a lot of comments that I don't like. Is 2:30, which means if I finish this challenge tonight, I am going to be up till like 3 a.m. which used to be the average time I went to sleep. It's not anymore though, so I don't really want to do that. But we'll see what direction this video takes. At the moment I have no clue. We've got 10 hours to go, and I was convinced today was going to be the day I got burnt out from reading. But it hasn't happened yet, and I'm very happy about that. I finished Crazy Rich Asians, and I'm going to rate this 3 stars like I said earlier. It was funny, it was interesting. Love it. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it either, so it's a 3 stars. Not doing too bad. This stack of books read in this video is slowly growing. I also started The Retribution of Mara Dyer. How far am I into this? Not far. 75 pages in. I'm on chapter 11 and already like 5 plot twists have happened. So much is going on. This is the 3rd book in a trilogy, so I can't give anything away. But read this. If you can handle the trigger warnings, read this book. This already has 5-star potential. The first 2 books are both 5-star reads for me. This is like This series can never run out of plot twists because so much has the potential to happen. It's not all dragged out or anything like that. If anything, I could have more of these books. But I'm interested to see how this trilogy ends. Like, I don't know what the resolution is going to be. But I will find out. I keep telling you the time that I could finish this today, and it just keeps getting later and later. So now we're at 3 AM. You know how I just said I thought I would be reaching burnout, but I'm not? I've done half an hour more of reading and I've reached burnout. To do something that is not reading, I need to eat, I need to shower, and just take a bit of time to do something that's not reading because nothing is going in. I've done half an hour's worth of reading in like 2 hours. I guess we will be reading tomorrow as well because I'm not finishing this tonight. Okay, I fixed the problem because I got another audiobook. We are nearly 17 hours in and I am listening to The Handmaid's Tale. I'm just over halfway through. This book is very interesting. The sense of detachment the characters have when talking about what they're going through is honestly horrifying. And it's not doing any good for my mental health. But it's a book I've always wanted to read. Definitely helping because I'm still reading, but it doesn't feel like I'm just sitting staring at a book because I can do things. I listened to it while I had a shower, I listened to it while I ate. So I'm still being productive with my reading without having to stop doing anything else. 7 hours to go. And it's 10:30. I will not be staying up till 5:30 in the morning. I'm just not doing that. But I'm definitely going to finish this book. And then I will carry on reading The Retribution of Mara Dyer. I will read By a Thread by Lucy Score. My way of reading is a bit complicated because I will read like 3 books in one go, one on my Kindle, one physically, one audio, as I'm doing right now. It definitely helps me not get into reading slumps, but it does make videos like these more confusing. So it is 1 AM. I finished The Handmaid's Tale. I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. And we're in the last quarter. I have less than 6 hours to go. And we are between 2 books. We have The Retribution of Mara Dyer and By a Thread by Lucy Score. I'll read this for a little bit and then switch over. I'm probably not going to update you again till the morning because I'm talking very quietly. So who knows what I will be letting you know when I next update you. We're on day 4 of this challenge. I thought it was going to take 2 days. Oh my god. Today I have just over 4 hours of reading left and then I'm done with this challenge. I'm almost at the 20-hour mark. I am about halfway through The Retribution of Mara Dyer and this is definitely the weirdest one yet. I don't know what's happening. I'm on chapter 34. Can I just say I love how floppy this book is. The UK paperbacks are always so stiff, but I don't think this is from the UK. I'm going to finish this book and then see how far I can get into By a Thread by Lucy Score because I'm about a quarter of the way through it. I read a little bit of it last night. So good. So thank God it's finally over. We hit 24 hours. I'm done. This challenge is done. Let's do a wrap up before I lose my mind. So this is what 24 hours of reading looks like. Let's talk stats. I read and finished 5 books. I started 2 others that I did not finish. And I read a grand total of 2,376 pages, which is absolutely crazy. First up, I read It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover and I rated it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Then I moved on to The Evolution of Mara Dyer. This was a 5-star read, very creepy. If you can handle the trigger warnings, I definitely recommend this trilogy. It was so good. I read Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan and rated it 3 stars. It was funny, it was entertaining. It just wasn't anything exceptional for me. I read The Handmaid's Tale and rated it 4 stars. It was very well written, and it's not a horror book, but it has a horror trope which freaks me out the most. When the people in the book are talking about horrific things happening, but they're talking about it like it's just their mundane everyday life, and you can see how scary it is, but they have no clue. That's what this book felt like. Heartbreaking. And then I had to finish off this trilogy. I read The Retribution of Mara Dyer. I rated it 5 stars. I have no words. I have no words. Started 2 books. I started By a Thread by Lucy Score. I got 126 pages into this book. I'm really enjoying it so far. I was going to finish it today, but I just couldn't do any more physical reading and there's no audiobook for it. So that's the only reason I didn't finish it in this video. So instead I picked up Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson, which, in love with this colour. And the audiobook was available at my library. I read up to page 212, which is about halfway through, and it's at least a 4-star read, maybe has potential to be a 5-star. It's so good. My original TBR for the video, I read 50%. I read 2.5 of the books. I think I can safely say I will not be doing a challenge like this anytime soon. Maybe never again. Because 24-hour readathons, fun, I love. I got 1,500 pages read last time. 24 hours of reading. This video has taken me 5 days, and for my mental sanity it's going up a day late because I do not want to sit and edit this video. I have over an hour of footage and it's not getting up tomorrow. It's going to happen on Tuesday instead. That is everything for today's video. Finally, this video is over. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe because I make videos usually every Monday and sometimes I add in extra videos too. My favourite thing to make is reading vlogs and there will be so many more of them coming soon. I hope you have a lovely day and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye!